I love to be in final rounds. Ho! Thank you, Bruce Fulper. Appreciate that. Hello and welcome. It's Tuesday already. Tuesday just keeps coming. It's my busiest day, and I decided to do a podcast on Tuesdays. I'll tell you what, on Wednesday, I feel relief, okay? There's a lot of anxiety on Tuesdays with all the work that I have to do, tutoring, teaching kids calculus, and blowing my brain out, and then coming on here and trying to please all of you folks. You know, Tuesday's a hard day for me. But I thank you for joining us every Tuesday, and I really appreciate it. My name is Bobby Fazio, for anybody that is unaware, and this is Driver Interviews with Bobby Fazio's YouTube channel and or Facebook page that you're watching right now. Anyways, we got a lot to cover tonight. We were in part 2 of the Western Swing. They're in Seattle right now for the NHRA national event. We had a national open in Canada at Napierville, which paid an awful lot of money. And there was a Midwest Class Racers Association that had a hell of a final, by the way, between Doug Engels and Hannah Lyon. Anybody catch that one? So we're going to talk about all that tonight and more. So let's see who's out there. I'm already getting lots of comments flying in. There's Don Kennedy. How you doing, Don? I got a couple cars. I'm going to be calling you soon. I need to insure. Got another one in the stable. So look for my phone call this week there, Don, all right? Walt Walker, there he is. Let's go. Happy Tuesday. Very happy. Brian Zenson, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon from California. Oh, it's still light. It's still beautiful. It's just a state that's a little bit in question at this point, but I always wanted to live in California, all right? Didn't everybody want to live in California at least at one point in their life? Zach Trago, what's up, man? How you doing? How are you? Teaching skills to the next generation. I love it, right? That's what I do. Believe it or not, people entrust me to do that. Dennis Chapman, how you doing, Dennis? Glad to see Maple Grove step up and take over the ATCO race. I was looking forward to going to ATCO for the very first time, but don't know if I'll be able to attend. Yeah, well, here we are. It's 7 days later, and ATCO Dragway is still closed. It still hasn't fully sunk in yet, and I'm still fully depressed about it. Scott Catt, hello, how you doing? Watching from beautiful downtown Breckenridge, Michigan. Michigan. Have I ever really been to Michigan? I may have driven through it once, but I don't think I've ever been there. I need to get there. Ray Wells, hey, Bobby, how are you? Thanks, Ray. You were the announcer's booth for the MCR final. I know. I was watching, looking at the posts you were putting up. I can't believe it. And you have to let me know what kind of car Doug Engels was driving. I'm pretty sure Hannah Lyon drives a 69 Camaro, right? Darian Houston, what's up, Darian? You were racing this weekend, right? Was there another stick shift nationals going on? Let me know. Comment. Greg Scott, how you doing? Greg Scott wants out of California. Can I switch with you for just a little bit? What part of California, anyway? I always wanted to be in, like, you know, L.A., Orange County, I should say. Not really L.A., but if I was going to be in L.A., you know, Hollywood, where I belong, right? Waffle House steak in the house. Oh, man, that sounds good. Check my text. All right. I can't text and drive, Darian. Come on. All right, a couple of announcements here. No, wait, I can't get to the announcements yet. The announcements are the sponsors. Why isn't this working? There we go. Now it's working. All right, driverinterviews.com. You already know my website. This isn't about me, but if you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, it helps a lot. And if you want some shirts or stickers or hats or anything like that, that all supports the show. And it gets the brand out there. And I must say, the shirts are pretty nice. You got my nice, beautiful caricature on the back of it. Who wouldn't want to wear that, right? But driverinterviews.com is my website. At Driver Interviews is the handle on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Hashtag the car show. Because Stock Eliminator is the car show. Super Stock is too. They both are. Both best classes in drag racing, both best wheelies in drag racing, right? Lupe Tortilla, Stan and Sheila Holt, thank you so much for helping me out this year. Texmex.com. Don't forget the hyphen if you do want to check out their website, which is very, very professionally done. I'm actually, kind of jealous because it's way better than mine. But that's a full-blown restaurant chain. Of course, it's going to be better than mine. But I can't do this without them, and I really appreciate their help. If you're in the Texas, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Texas area, go there. If you're there, check in, tag me. All right, just for the hell of it. Draginsights.com. Can't do this without Drag Insights. Check out your stats. Check out your opponent's stats, right? Eligible for contingency payments, win or runner-up, and or certain events. Class last year was a contingency payment. If you won class at Indy last year, there was contingency awards. Okay? See what your average reaction time is. See what lane you're better in. See if you're better when you're leaving first versus leaving second. See how good your opponent is with all those stats, right? See where your opponent qualifies. See where your opponent, which lane they prefer, and try and knock them out of it with the coin toss, right? Draginsights.com. Get a free membership at the very least. All you need is an email address. Rob Youngblood, advancedclutches.com. You want to switch to a stick shift and be cool like me? You can do that. Or like Darian Houston, right? Or like Brad Smith, or like the last couple of interviews you saw me post. Hit up Rob Youngblood, advancedclutches.com. He can get you set up. 6-finger, 3-finger, 4-finger, 5-finger. No, it's probably not a 5-finger or a 4-finger, but 6-finger, 8-inch clutch, 10-inch clutch, dual disc, single disc. Rob Youngblood's your guy. Okay, hit him up. Don Kennedy Race Car Insurance, who I said earlier that I need to get a hold of this week, because I am going to probably start racing my own cars again pretty soon. So it's time to get the coverage on there. Because this year I've been driving other people's cars this year, and I love it. I mean, if I could do that for the rest of my life, I really would, but I would miss dumping the clutch in the super stock car. But anyways, my car is going to be back on the road, back at the track. Don Kennedy's my guy, 602-284-6240 or 1donkennedy@gmail.com. Bruce Fulper, PontiacEngines.com. He is the gentleman that sent this shirt over for me. He's got another project in addition to PontiacEngines.com, tpublic.com. So if you want shirts of your own, it really is a cool website. I might start using it because you can sell any kind of shirt design you want, and they handle it for you. You upload your design, they sell. Somebody goes in and just purchases it, and that company sends it to you. You don't have to stock shirts. Like I have stock shirts here, and I send them to people, and when they order them, and I think I might take that route going forward. CP Carrillo Pistons, Rick Pennington, rpennington@cpcarrillo.com. The only pistons I've ever used in my 289, and I recommend you do the same. So hit up Rick Pennington if you need some help. He'll be able to help you out. And Total Seal, Lake Speed is my guy over at Total Seal Rings, lake@totalseal.com. And go on their Facebook page if you want to learn a lot about friction and frame tension, oil, gap sizes, whatever. Lake Speed is a wealth of knowledge. That guy, you can sit there on their YouTube channel or Facebook page for hours and learn a lot. So I highly recommend it. And tell them all Bobby Fazio sent you. All right, let's get a couple more comments in, and then we'll get to it. I'm a little backed up here. Where were we? Brian Zenson. It's a 66 Chevy Nova. Hannah's car isn't ready yet. She was running her grandma Maxine's 68 Chevelle. Oh, gotcha. All right. Doug Engels, 66 Chevy Nova. I love that too. I mean, that's one of my favorite cars. I thought he had a Corvette because I know I usually associate him with like really nice 63 to 67 Corvettes. So as was not the case this past weekend. Man, what a final round that was though. Watch him from Langsburg, Michigan. You have to come to Michigan sometime. I definitely do. I'm going to make it a point. Maybe Martin, Michigan. Isn't there a big race going on out there, or an NMCA race? I need to get there. Hi, Bobby from Nova Scotia and the Atlantic Canadian Super Stock Association. I was on their Facebook page today trying to get some results for that Napierville race. So, hi, Jeff. Thanks for joining. Greg Scott, LA, 67 years. Oh, man. Probably met a lot of celebrities in your time there. It ain't what it used to be. I could see that. I could see that on the news and social media. Hi, Bobby. High Desert, Rosamond, California, home of Willow Springs Raceway. Yes, Ford versus Ferrari. I actually did Willow Springs. I did stunt driving school there, believe it or not, in Rosamond. So I was there, and that's where Ford versus Ferrari was. So Perry Ford, I learned how to slide cars there, slide them into spots, reverse, slide them through cones. It was pretty cool. And I stayed at John Calvert's house that week, too. It was fun. You heard that? Ron Morehead, there he is, the winner of the big money. How you doing, Ron? Good job this weekend. Perry Ford, why are so many tracks closing across the U.S.? What's my opinion? Oh, there's a lot. It's a long opinion, so I'll try and sneak some of it in. Please ask Don K. How is Katie? Sad so many tracks closing. Yes, I know it. New England. That track is run by. I like that idea. I do. I really do. I want to do that in South Jersey, by the way. How you doing, Bob Henry? They had a vet. His brother has one or two, I think. That's Doug Engels. And Warren Monteith, there he is. Warren Monteith retired. He's not going to do the model cars anymore. Warren, how come? You did a great job on mine. I'm glad I got mine before you hung it up. So thanks for joining us, Warren. Sad to see you stop doing what we all love watching you do. All right, let's get to it. First, the birthdays. Only 2 birthdays this week. We got a lot more upcoming, but, I only do birthdays from Wednesday to today. And we only have 2 this week. They were both on July 24th, Doug Bidwell and Dougal Thomas. Happy birthday, both on July 24th. So happy birthday, gentlemen. That's from Drag Insights homepage, the home calendar. It's got birthdays on it. It's got master race schedule on it, event info, event results, all on the homepage. On Drag Insights, when you log in, your homepage has a nice big calendar there, and you can see everything that's going on. All right, let's see. As I said, ACCO is still closed, so I'm kind of hoping Millville. We have New Jersey Motorsports Park, which is all of, 45, 50 minutes from me. I still have never been there. The place has been open for years now, and it's got a road course, and I don't know what else it has there. But rumor has it there is room there for a drag strip, at least an 8th mile drag strip. 8th mile is just not my thing, but anything's better than nothing. So I would love to see something happen there. But I was told, that place, big race teams come in, with their F1 and things like that. Lots of money, spend lots of money. Just some people don't think it would make sense to put a drag strip in because, people tend to think drag strips don't make money. I don't know. I don't know what it's like to run one, but I think I know how to make one make money, but I don't know all the costs, the hidden costs, the insurance. I think ACCO was paying $76,000 a year just in insurance. All right. Like that's a lot. And in New Jersey here, you can't be open all year, right? There's weekends, January, February, March, where you're just not going to be racing anything. December, they ran late into the year. I mean, they run on Black Friday. I remember they had a lot of stuff going on. Not like Maple Grove never was open all that often. Pre-Koretsky. I think it may be changing now, though. I think they're having a lot more events and whatnot. But anyways, another option is right here in Atlantic City, which is about 10, 15 minutes from me, Bader Field. It was the original airport. Now they're talking about turning that into another road race course with condos, with commercial, shops and whatnot. The mayor, Marty Small Jr. or Senior, I forget which one he is. He approved a $2.7 billion project to take place there. For that to happen, I guess they think it'll reinvigorate Atlantic City. Atlantic City's been hurting for a couple of years. It was rebranding. It was building itself back up, and sometimes it just can't get out of its own way. And then the pandemic came and just crushed it. So I think it's trying again now. We'll see what happens there, but doesn't look like there'd be a whole lot of room there. But you want to talk about sea level, the ocean's right there. So it would probably be the fastest track in the whole country if they did open one. And might open up a whole new market in South Jersey because there's not many places to race. I'm in South Jersey, but there's way more Jersey south of me. And people keep saying to me, like, go support Island Dragway. Island, at a minimum, is 2.5 hours from me, 2.5 to 3, depending on the traffic. It's closer if I'm going to go try and race somewhere local is Cecil County, which is like an hour and 40 minutes from me. So Cecil County, Maryland, is actually closer to me than Island, which is in New Jersey. New Jersey is a long state. Remember, it goes like this. Okay, I'm down here. I'd have to go all the way up the curve to go up to Island. So it's probably not going to happen all that often, though I do want to support every track, that I can. Us class racers, I have class cars now. I don't really have bracket cars anymore, so I don't race on a weekend, every weekend like I did back in the 2007 to 2012. I mean, every weekend at Maple Grove running street and pro. Those days are done for me now. That car is a K-Stock automatic car now, and I just can't put that many runs on it because I can't afford to run stock and super stock. So I make my runs count, right? Right. Don's answering somebody. She's married to Brian Van Palpel. That's Don's daughter. So somebody was asking how Katie was doing. How am I doing? I'm doing all right. I'm still depressed. What are you going to do? What's up? I'll see you at the Grove. Yeah, thank you, Maple Grove, for stepping up and taking that divisional August 4th to August 6th. Guys, try and fix my chair here. Try and support that race, right? August 4th to the 6th. There was supposed to be fireworks that weekend. Like, they had a big event planned that weekend. I don't know if the fireworks are still going, but I would like to know, because that's like a big deal. I can definitely convince more family members and friends and people that never came to the track to come if there's going to be fireworks at the end of the night. So if anybody knows if the fireworks are still going to be there, let me know. Tom Gent, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for joining us. Dennis Chapman, you're going to be racing that 4-cylinder car? Excellent. Lockdown, not the pandemic. Yeah, I know. Two different things, right? Honestly scared for the future of our sport. Times are changing. We need to be smart and work together as racers to keep things going. It takes a village. It does. And, a lot of people are arguing about ATCO's closing. A lot of people are arguing about why tracks are closing in general. Well, and people are asking me my opinion and why they're closing. I mean, I don't know. They must not be making that much money, clearly. Is there a big market for cars? Does this younger generation want to come out and see cars? Do they even want to drive cars anymore? I mean, they're connected with their friends. They're on their phones. They're on their Xboxes. They're always can talk to their friends. I don't think they have a huge desire to go out and drive, let alone get into, 20, 30, 40, $100,000 stock eliminator or super stock cars or other drag cars and come out and compete. Now, remember Pan American Nationals at ATCO, 3 days before ATCO shut down for good, that place was loaded with people, younger generation, rotary engines, a lot of different, cars that we would never see at NHRA events. But I think it's time to start incorporating that type of racing into NHRA. You got to get this younger audience out there to compete, not just spectate, right? So where can you put those rotary engine cars? I think that might help a little bit. I haven't thought it all the way through yet, but maybe it might bring the average age down from an NHR event from like 60 down to like 45. I don't know. Just saying. Maybe throw them in comp preliminary. That class needs a little bit more participation, right? Right. All right. Cost to enter the sport is so high right now. It is. Cost to run a track is so high right now. And remember, this pandemic screwed everything up. Okay. And it caused inflation and I don't give a shit what they say right now. Oh, inflation's coming down. Unemployment is at the lowest ever. Like, I do statistics. I teach statistics. I can manipulate any statistic you want me to make it look like something is good or bad or this or that. I can use mean when you want me to. I can use median when you want me to. I can use range. I can use all these different things, okay? So, in the case of ATCO there, with New Jersey, which is not the best run state, okay? High taxes, high cost of living here, okay? For Len Capone to really turn a profit at ATCO, maybe it wasn't going so well. And then a company comes in and offers you $1 bazillion for your track. You're going to, they're going to sell, right? These, here we go. Great comment just rolled in. The land value of these older tracks has well surpassed their value as a working track. Beautifully stated right there. Maybe track owners will invest funds into more rural area and build a new one with the profit from high value land sale of their current tracks. We can hope. Case in point, Denver. End of day, it is a business. All right, I hope Denver really follows through with what they're saying. That'd be great. But yeah, I don't know where Len could have gone. Jersey is a small state, but there is a lot of like woods areas, forests. I mean, you could find some land to do it. But we don't know what he sold it for. We don't know what he got. Like, everything is speculation right now. There's supposed to be a meeting, a town hall or something. I don't know. So maybe. Cost of travel is very high right now, but gas is cheaper now than it was at this time last year. Because I remember when I went to the Jeg Sports Nationals last year, the cheapest gas I could find on the way out there was like $4.20 something a gallon, and I was happy to find that. And right now, gas is like, I mean, it's creeping up again, but it's like it's $3.60 a gallon where I am right now. But yeah, it's not like it was, it's not as cheap as it was in 2019. That's for damn sure. Let's go boat racing. There's plenty of water. Yeah. The younger generation thinks tuning a car is being a mechanic. Yeah, well, I guess you're right. Tuning a car, they associate that with what? A dirty profession, career, dirty hands, blue collar, not sitting in an office 9 to 5 all day, going to college, and having your loans forgiven, right? Price of tracks and compounds almost tripled over the years. Again, it has, but how much has it gone up with this pandemic, with all this money printing that's been going on? All this stuff created high prices, and we all know it's coming. Anybody that took economics 101 in school kind of knew that, when you have a lot of money chasing few goods, that's what inflation is, right? That's how this works. Okay. And you print a lot of money and you give out a lot of money, that's going to cause inflation. You raise minimum wage, that's just going to set the bar higher. Now everything's just going to cost more. That doesn't seem to work that well either. So I don't want to get into an economics lesson right here, but I know most of this audience has enough common sense to know how those things work and why prices keep going up. And no matter what they kind of try to feed us on the news channels about inflation coming down, I can show you all my receipts from like Sam's Club are in my email. I can show you receipts from 2019, 2020, 2021, and believe me, it wasn't 7 or 8% inflation. Okay, it was more like 70 or 80% inflation. Okay, things went up well over 100%. So my buddy owns a pizzeria in Pennsylvania. Paper plates used to cost him a penny a plate. Now they cost him 5 cents a plate. Does that sound like 7% to you? No, it's way more than that. Okay, calculate that. 5 cents from 1 cent. Okay, do 4 divided by 1. That's 4. That's 400% increase. There you go. I just did it for you. All right. Sorry, guys. Let's get to some results. Comments keep flying in, and I keep getting sidetracked, but, we got a job to do, and we're already 20 minutes in. So where were we? Seattle. Seattle had a national event. Number 1 qualifier in stock eliminator was Joe Sorensen. He's got an F-stock automatic 69 Camaro. This gentleman switches between the 2-barrel and the 4-barrel, the 350 255 and the 350 250, and he goes 1 point something under the index constantly. So I don't think he cares about horsepower hits. And if I was as fast as him, I probably wouldn't care about him either, because he's probably got a lot more in the bank. So congrats on your number 1 qualifying position there, Joe Sorensen. In the eliminator now, Greg Keelman has a 69 Camaro and was running G-stock automatic, matched up against Justin Lamb, factory stock D, who's got a 2023 Camaro. Greg, 005 on the tree against the former world champ here. Dow's 1164, runs an 1167.6 at 111 miles an hour. I have a feeling he gave it back. Justin Lamb was 022 on the tree, which is very solid. You knew he was going to be good. Dialed a 980 and ran a 981 with a 4 on his 980. So what's he got? 14, 22, 32, 36 pack. And Greg Keelman had a 36 pack plus his 5,000 reaction time. So I'm guessing a 5,000 margin of victory there. Going to Justin Lamb. That's his 30th national event win. Congratulations, Justin Lamb. Man, 30 national events. Some people just, I always wanted one in my life. I'm glad I got it, and I'm content with that. Of course, I want more, but to have 30 of them, those trophies are big, man. I don't even know where I would put them. Super stock. Let's see, Rick McKinney, GTM automatic, number 1 qualifier out of Richmond, British Columbia. It's a 1996 Camaro. So I don't know what combination he's got in there, but I bet Walt Walker does. He qualified with a 10.24.8 on an 11.20 index, 95 under. I don't remember if I told you what Joe Sorensen did. He went 10.77.5 on an 11.85 index. He was 107.5 under for the number one qualifying position in stock. Super stock, Rick McKinney qualifies number one and then wins the event, parlays it, right? Qualify number one and win the event. That's got to be pretty freaking awesome. So Rick McKinney in his 96 Camaro GTM automatic squared off against Don Thomas in a GTH automatic 2004 Grand Am. Don Thomas, 077 on the tree, dials a 988 and runs a 1013 with a 5. He's way off. I don't know if he spun or if he had trouble or broke something. He went 131 miles an hour. Rick McKinney, 061 on the tree and ran a 1058 on a 1048. Maybe Don Thomas was broken and Rick McKinney knew it, or Don Thomas broke or spun right there. Anyways, neither one of these drivers is going in the Reaction Time Hall of Fame. 061 to an 077. But Rick McKinney gets the win. That's his first national event win. So congratulations, Rick McKinney. Only 21 cars in super stock there at Seattle. That's a little light. And 5-round race. And imagine going 5 rounds at a national to win. I mean, that's a lot better than going 7 rounds, isn't it? 34 stockers showed up, so they had to go 6 rounds, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How about Brian Seberg, man? Comet, 72 Comet, T-Stock automatic, making it all the way to the semifinal. That was pretty cool. But yeah, 34 stockers, 21 super stockers. Light fields out on the Western swing. More and more racers are moving to the East Coast. Less and less racers willing to travel to these national events, making me a little bit sad to see. But I hope the participation stays up out there, and I hope the tracks stay open out there. I've never been to that track either. I've never been to Sonoma, which is where they head this weekend for the Nationals. And talk about light fields. There's only 30 stockers entered and 25 super stockers entered. So it's going to be light class cars fields in Sonoma, which I heard is like one of the nicest tracks in the country. I've really got to get out there. I'm putting it on the list next year. Hoping to get there. All right, let's move it to Canada. Oh, Canada. Okay, Napierville National Open. Ronnie Morehead, he's here. I saw him. He's there somewhere. He is running a Ronnie Morehead. Let's see. I know he's got a Camaro. Don't ask me what year it is. I'm just going to say it's an 83 Camaro. Stock Eliminator. Oh, thank you, Walt. Rick McKinney, 1981 Chevy, 305, 155, rated at 254. That's amazing that that thing was advertised at 155 and it's rated at 254. Chevrolet, man. Ford was always like just lying, like, oh, the car makes so much power. It makes so much power, and it's a turd. Chevy was smart. They're like, oh yeah, it doesn't make any power. No, don't worry. Cheap insurance, and let's go win races. I just, way to go, Chevrolet. Anyways, Ronnie Morehead gets the win out in Napierville, Canada, paying $10,000 to win out there. It was a stock super stock combo for which you were allowed to double enter too. That's pretty amazing. Ronnie was 040 in the final round and had to race Robert Park. Ronnie ran 11:23.7 on 11:20 with an 040 light. Robert Park, I haven't seen him in a while. 053 on the tree for Robert Park, runs 10 flat with a 6 on a 997 dial-in. So a 12 thousandths margin of victory going to Ron Morehead. Robert Park, I don't know what kind of car he had either because I couldn't find any pictures or anything. I just got these times there. But Robert Park, this guy, I had to race this guy twice in like 2 weeks back in 2012, right? And that was when I had my Doug Nash transmission. It was at the Maple Grove Divisional and then at the Summer Nationals at Englishtown. First round both times. I launched the car. I had a good light, and car just wasn't going to third gear, and Robert Park passes me and wins. Englishtown again. I treat him good. Wouldn't go into third gear. Robert Park passes me and wins. I'm like, man, this guy. I'm like, Robert, like, can you just buy me a transmission? I feel like you owe me one. But that's the same weekend that I met Dick Lux. Dick Lux was there with his Comet. He had some issues at his in his car, at his trailer. Me, my father, and my uncle went over to help him out. And he had a Jericho transmission sitting up on the shelf there, one of his spares. And he made me a nice, generous offer for the transmission and a clutch, and I purchased that off of him. Actually, my father purchased it, if I want to be fair. He paid that one. And it's been in my car ever since. And I raced against Robert Park, I guess, at the end of that year, and I got him. I beat him. So that's probably the last time I saw Robert Park. I haven't seen him since. But I'm glad to see he's still racing. Anyways, congratulations, Ronnie Morehead, on your win there. Big money, big money. Ron, there you are. Ron, what year is that Camaro? I'm assuming it's a 305. And what car did Robert Park have? All right, so Camaro GTH Automatic is Robert Park. All right, here we go. ATCO Raceway schedule. Bobby Fazio Racing, New Jersey. Yes. Yes. Okay. I wish that was true. Washington was last weekend. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I got some comments here that are out of order. 83 Camaro. I assumed. I feel like that's the one everybody calls it an 83 now. 83 is a special year. It's the year I was born. So why wouldn't you call your Camaro the greatest year of all time, right? All right, it was a 2-day race there in Napierville. So Allison Dahl got the win over Dave Casey. I don't have any numbers on that race, but I do know Allison Dahl races in A stock automatic or B stock automatic, whatever she feels like calling it at that time. It's like a 98 Firebird or something like that. And Dave Casey, I don't know what Dave Casey has. And Allison Dahl got the win. Sorry, guys. National Opens. It's hard to find the results for these. It's like the redheaded stepchild of NHRA. So if anybody has any info there, feel free to post it and I'll share it. Darian Houston seems even when you try to support everyone, someone is always upset. Yeah, that's kind of true. And oh, he had a vet. Get out of here, did he? Who had the vet? Ron, you got to be more specific. Rob Park had the vet or Casey had the vet? But yeah, it's hard to please everybody in this brand of racing that we do. And I think that's one of our weaknesses. That's a big problem for us. And it makes people not want to deal with us. And when I say people, I mean like NHRA, head honchos, board members, and division directors, things like that. Like if we, are so hard to please track owners, okay, they're not going to want to continue to try pleasing us, and they're going to take big lump sums of money for their tracks, right? All right, so we gotta come up with a new strategy here. All right, let's move it out to Brainerd, Minnesota. Midwest Class Racers Association. So I think there was 2 races there. I did see that in the final round, Randy Manns got the win over Joe Harry. I don't have any info on that round, but I do have info on the Doug Engels versus Hannah Line final round. So Doug Engels has the GTG Automatic 66 Chevy 2, and Hannah Line was running her grandmother's 68 Chevelle F-Stock Automatic. How about this final round? Doug Engels is trip zip on the light and runs 1024.3 on a 1022 dial-in. Hannah Line's 015 and runs an 1145.0 on an 1144. Doug Engels gets the win by 0.02 of a second. What a final round. Brian Zenson, you were there. You saw it live. How was it? 3 races, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, so let me know which final round I missed, and let me know who they won, or who they won. Ugh, this is why I'll never get a job as an announcer. Let me know who won. Thank you. Dave Casey, 68-69 big block stick. Oh, man. Sounds awesome. Love it. What's with all the stock and super stock cars up for sale? Hey, cars are fetching big money right now. I see Donnie Moulton selling his Fox body, notchback Mustang. He's got it listed for like 25 G's, man. So if that goes, it's going to make me think about selling mine again if it can fetch that kind of money. Because, I don't know, it's a second under car. I might be driving another car pretty soon, and I could use the money. I just have an emotional attachment to the car, so I'm not sure if I could actually do it. All right. Oh, Friday was Jordan Juergens over Mike Mans. All right. Oh, the Mans family did really well this weekend, right? So Mike Mans has a modified Firebird in Superstock. super stock, what, A modified, something like that, B modified. And Jordan Jurgens, I don't know what kind of car Jordan Jurgens has, but that's pretty cool. Nice win, and he's got a cool name too. All right, I think you missed my original comment that Chad was replying to on here. I don't know. I got so many comments flying in right now, which makes me excited that I have so much participation here. Yes, final round was unreal. Hannah was 001 in the third round to earn her bye into the semis. Man, she's driving lights out. You better keep that car. So her car is still getting fixed from the accident that she had last year, Brian? Joe Harry, the Saturday runner-up, made it to the semis again Sunday. It's a super stock, modified stock Firebird for Mike Mans. Okay, and Jordan's got an 83 Camaro G-Stock automatic. All right, there you go, Ronnie Morehead. Maybe you can run off with him at a Midwest Class Racers Association race. All right, that's it for the results, right? Let's got a couple other announcements here. So, as we said, Sonoma National Event is this weekend. This is part 3 of the Western Swing. Light fields, 30 stockers, 25 super stockers. Not really sure of the weather there. I haven't looked it up, but Topeka has two divisionals this weekend, and I did look up the weather there. And I'm a little worried for the racers going there, man. It's going to be over 100 degrees every day, and it's a 4-day event because it's 2 divisionals. So stay hydrated, people. Okay, they're going to do everything they can. They're going to have stations set up, I think, handing out waters, keeping people hydrated. Keep wet rags in your cars with you. I would, just put it around your neck. Do things like that, right? Just be careful out there. I don't know why Topeka is racing in July, and then they have a national in a couple weeks, don't they? Topeka, August 11th to 13th. Man, that's going to be a hot race too. So I guess that's the only time they could fit these races in Topeka, but I just think it's a little bit of a scary time to be in Topeka. Oof. I think when I was with Bruno Massel recently at that ATCO race, he was talking about a race at Topeka that was so hot. He just left his generator broke. That was it. And his air conditioner broke in his motorhome. And Joey Gladstone and Corey Reed, I think, gave him a little generator to just run certain things in the trailer. So he left his passenger vehicle running all day with the air conditioner on, and he would just hop in there in between rounds and try to cool off, dump water on himself, and then go back out and race, because I think he was racing comp preliminary. I think he won the event. So that's pretty amazing that it gets so hot there. As far as the light fields in Sonoma had 55 total stockers and super stockers last year also. So yeah, it's light fields out there. F-time, we need to talk about racer shaming. Why do some racers get shamed for supporting another track's programs? I understand, but you can't race everywhere and be at 2 places at one time. If you only go to one place, then the other fails, then that track suffers. It becomes a double-edged sword now. If I were to go race, it makes it stressful to the point you just want to stay home and avoid being shamed for racing. I try to support the races I can travel to and all the programs. All right, I mean, I've raced at multiple tracks, when I was bracket racing. Like Maple Grove is where I ran points, but if Maple Grove didn't have something going on, I would go to ATCO and run their events. I ran points races there. I ran import versus domestic, things like that. ATCO always had some cool thing going on where I could just write, bracket 2 on my window and hang out and have fun. So he was racing and working Fox. That's Bruno. Yeah, that's and in 100-degree heat, he had to be doing both. And you know what? I think he said he had dumped water on himself to just he was feeling sick, and he had to just dump all this water on himself. I don't think he had a chance to go in his car and get cooled off. So he told them on Fox, or he told, I guess, whoever, maybe the other report, Brian Loans or somebody, hey, try not to throw to me on this segment right now, because I look like I just got the cooler splashed on me in the Super Bowl. But that's what a lot of people might have to be doing this week in Topeka, that's for sure, because it's going to be a hot one. All right, I see Stock Eliminator is already full in Indy. 152 cars signed up, 101 super stock cars signed up. So Stock Eliminator other side of the country is still in full force. The Keystone Nationals, Maple Grove National event, stock eliminator is already full. St. Louis, stock eliminator is already full. Okay, I think they filled at a grade 7 or 8, right? So stock is still the first to fill up over here on this side of the country. And St. Louis isn't even really on my side of the country. It's in the center of the country. But yeah, I think the quota should have been a little bit higher there for St. Louis. It is toward the end of the year. And is that a countdown race, St. Louis? Of course it is, because that's in, when is that? October? September to October. So I think in the countdown races, if you're in contention for points, you're guaranteed entry. Somebody look into that. If you are on the sidelines and you didn't get in, you might be guaranteed entry if you're in like a top 10 in any category in NHRA. The Epping National event, that's been they've updated us. So here's the deal for anybody that was running the Epping, New Hampshire National event earlier in the year. The divisional will be run on Friday and Saturday, August 25th and 26th. The national event will be run on Sunday, the 27th. In the event that someone running the national does not want to run the divisional, a time run will be given after running round 1 of the divisional on Saturday. All right, so there will also be a test and tune on Thursday. So there you go. That's your Epping National. So the divisional is Friday and Saturday, 25th and 26th of August. National event's going to be run on the 27th on Sunday. The Class Racer Revival, I think we're still calling it that, right, Brian Whitworth? It's coming back to St. Louis. So if you run the Nationals at St. Louis Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can race for $10,000 on Tuesday. Tuesday, $10,000 one day. Sounds amazing to me. That's $10,000 to win stock, $10,000 to win super stock, right? $10,000 to win super comp. Oh, there's other categories there. I think I had that. I have that flyer here somewhere. Is this it? There it is. Check that out, right? 10 grand to win super comp, 10 grand to win super gas, 10 and 10 for stock and super stock, 10 for comp eliminator, and then 5 and 5 for top dragster and top sportsman. Sounds like a good deal. You can get 4 races in 1 week there. The St. Louis National event, the Class Racers Revival on Tuesday, and then a double divisional on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All right? Anybody's got a car for me to drive, please let me know. I will be happy to enter. All right. We might lose Sacramento Raceway at the end of the year. Let's hope not. Let's pray. And people, just get out there. Go run something there. Please support it. At Brainerd, there were 55 stockers filled at 4 grade points. No other classes close to full. I've never been to Brainerd yet either. So, I don't know. 55 stockers, and it filled at 4 grade points. Anything in the East Coast fills up before 4. Stock definitely fills up before 4. Gainesville, you know how that is. 8? Charlotte, those races usually fill up around 5 or 6. The races are full, and the world champs haven't entered yet, and that makes it tough too, because then if they're only taking 55 cars and there's 58 people entered, you need 4 people to drop out so you can get in. Pete, how you doing? You're late, man. Good to see you, though. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Denise Houston. That's Darian's mom. How are you doing, Miss Houston? Thanks for joining us. I'm doing well, considering. I'm very sad about ACO, but I'm still doing well. And I hope you're doing well, too. All right. Let's see. Yep. So where are we headed next weekend? I already said Sonoma for that national event, Topeka for that double divisional, but Miramichi, I think that's how you say it. It's in New Brunswick, Canada. They're having another national open. So it's not 10 grand to win this weekend. This is Division 1 considered national open, but I believe it is at least 2,500 to win right now. And sponsors are putting in more money to boost the purse a little bit. So I like that. That's something that some sponsors do here in Division 1. ATI does it for us. You know, you win a divisional, you get an extra $500 from ATI. You runner up, you get an extra $250. If you win an open, you get $250 from ATI, or I think $150 to runner up, something like that, or $100. So things like that really help. And JC Beatty, if you're listening or watching, we thank you and appreciate you doing that. I did get an email from Frank Maioli, who's got a little Calcutta pitch. And I thought it was a pretty good idea. Let's see if I can find it real quick. All right, let's see here. He says, let's stir up some stock races next week with a money pool for whoever goes the furthest in eliminations. Let's say a $50 buy-in must be paid before first round, and only one driver's number can be in the pool once. Okay. So let's say $50. Everybody throws in 50. It's got to be done before first round. I mean, this has been done before, and the purse can be extremely high. You know, you get an extra $3,000 Calcutta just to, go the furthest in eliminations. And let's say you're the only you put in. Not everybody puts in, so you can get it. You might be a semifinalist and get it. So that's pretty cool. And I kind of like the semifinalists, getting a little bit there because they really get screwed, right? You got to make it to the final to make any money. So semifinalist is like it's a tough one. I mean, you're in the semifinal and you lose. It's like, son of a bitch, that just cost me like $2,000. So, anyways, I'm all for these Calcuttas. Let me know who's interested. Maybe we could set it up online, buy in, pay like with PayPal or I don't know, Stripe or something. It'll be official. I'll post all the names. Rather than trying to collect cash from people, you just go on your phone, go on your laptop or whatever, and just buy in. You will be in there. We'll set a cutoff. The thing will just not let you in at certain time, before first round starts, or just set a time like by 9 a.m. of day 2. If you're not entered, you're not entered. You just can't get in. Okay. And then it'll be easy. There won't be any, you screwed me or he or she screwed me or anything like that. Right. All right. Anniversary dinner. Happy anniversary, Pete. We will buy all the Mike Golden Draft you can drink. Oh, Mick. Yeah, Golden Draft you can drink if you come here. Your old co-host might even chip in. All right. Sounds good. I saw Brian. He's got his car out now, and he's making some power too. Lance Line built engine, so he's running. Jackson Sanderson, what's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you all the way from the West Coast. Hang in there. I hope a lot more tracks stay open. Me too, man. K-Rod, there you are. You are late. How dare you? That's 3 demerits. 3 demerits. All right. So, do I have any more announcements? I know I do. I had a long list of them here, and I want to make sure I get to all of them, and I don't want to miss anybody or anything. I did see Chris Holbrook's factory FX car, factory experimental, whatever we're calling that now. His Cobra Jet is pretty much done. No real support from Ford, which kind of sucks because I would like to see all the major brands involved in that. You would think. I mean, that's like a somewhat of a win on Sunday, sell on Monday class right there. So I hope, I hope they would get involved. So we have Holbrook with the Cobra Jet, we got Stanfield with the Camaro, and we got Jeff Turk, Alan Johnson with the Dodge, with the drag pack. So we got 3 brands represented right there. I think they're going to try and run into Topeka at the Nationals. Hopefully it happens. And I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think. Rodney lost 3rd round at NMCA. NMCA to Greg. Son of a gun. All right. Heard next year in Naperville might be 10, 10, and 2. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you know what? Ron, I have a passport. I got to get, I don't know if my father has one. I don't even know if my wife has one. All right, but we need passports to get into Canada, right? Or wrong? I don't even know. I've never been to Canada. Can you believe that? I've been to Europe 3 times. I've never been to Canada. I've been to Mexico. I've never been to Canada. But 10, 10, and 2 sounds amazing. And that's 3 grade points right there, right, Ron? 3 grade points in one weekend. I mean, I'm a little light on grade points this year. I think I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. Maple Grove will be my 5th, and then I'll probably hit the Dutch Classic, and that'll be 6. And you know how it is right now on the East Coast. You need 8. You need 8 to run stock eliminator. If you want to get in a national event somewhere, you need 8. All right, so I do need a passport. I'm good to go. All right, I might have to go by myself. How is it when you cross the border, though? Like, do they check your truck and trailer? Like, I really have no clue. How does that work? Do they look in and see what you're towing? Do they say oh, what do you have in there? Like, what's the deal? Easy to get across. 2 Friday special day. All right, 2 grade points for one weekend is good enough. Stephen Bell should have his FX Bob Glidden tribute Mustang ready soon also. All right, we need to get some pictures of that. Anyone who's looking to save money from high gas prices to keep their fuel prices down, let me or Bobby know. All right, so guys, I'm testing out this new product here that Anthony Lombardo set me up with. It's called Fuel Factor X, and I'm going to let you know my results. But long story short, Anthony put up the website. They can read about it, but it helps. You get better gas mileage. It helps. The engine run a little better, and you can use it in anything. You use it in your motorhomes, generators, lawn mowers, anything like that. So I'm going to use it in my motorhome, right? My motorhome gets like 8 miles to the gallon. So I want to see how well it does in my motorhome. And then maybe I'll put it in my Ford F-150 to see if I can get a little better gas mileage with that. Or maybe I'll put it in the wife's car because she drives 1 million miles a day and see if she can get better gas mileage. I haven't figured out which cars I want to use it in because I don't want to use it all up. I think the motorhome, in my opinion, is the best bet. But Anthony Lombardo, Fuel Factor X is what that is called. And I'm going to let you guys know my results. Anthony, if you want to post up your results, we can flash them up real quick. They checked your dad's trailer on the way back into the U.S. Okay. Easy to cross. Couple questions, nothing big. They knew about the race. All right, cool. That's nice. Imagine if crossing the border was like tear down. Right? Have passport registration and VIN for race car. That was it. A VIN for the race car. What happens if you have a Cobra Jet? All right. They look everywhere if you look nervous. Oh, great. Now I've got to rely on my acting skills. All right. Well, we'll try not to do that. All right, guys. I think that's it. Stay hydrated in Topeka for whoever goes there. I am trying to head to St. Louis. I know Drag Insights wants to have a presence at St. Louis, so I may be heading there to work, get interviews and hand out Drag Insights, hand out contingency stickers, sign people up, what have you. If I can race a car there, I am very open to doing that. I am licensed in 9-second, 9.99 and quicker, and I'll drive anything you got. I like driving fast cars, slow cars, automatic cars, foot brake, trans brake, clutch pedal, you name it. But I'll see you. I think I'll see you at St. Louis. I don't know yet because that national is the same weekend as my Virginia divisional. I'm not really in a points hunt though, so it's not at the end of the world if I don't go to Virginia this year. I just want to support Virginia because sometimes I hear rumors about that track too. So I can't have that one closed. I mean, that was another national. Virginia's about 6 hours from me, 5 to 6 hours, but it's straight down 95. Get off the highway and you're at the track. It's like an easy tow. Other than going around Washington D.C., it's pretty easy. But I can't have that track closed too. I mean, they're just dropping like flies over here, and I don't like it. All right, NHRA chassis cert works for dragsters. All right, so that's good if you're trying to get into Canada. I might be there for the second points race. All right, and good night. Yes, you too, Scott Giordano. Have a good night. It's been a good night. It's already been 55 minutes. I can't believe it. Where the time goes, nobody knows, right? All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Tom Gent, good night. Good night, Scott. And Anthony, your Mustang GT got 27 miles per gallon on the highway using Fuel Factor X. All right, so this is something we're going to get into a little bit more as I get some results here. And I'll keep you guys posted and let you know where you can get it yourself. All right, thank you all for joining. Good luck this weekend, everybody racing. Good luck out on the West Coast. Good luck in Topeka. Good luck up in New Brunswick. Have a good week. Take care. Be safe.